Okay, so first of all, good evening to everyone. I would like to greet you all from Dubai. As Valentin said, I'm at the moment doing my preseason with one player from Kazakhstan. She's a top 20 player, so we're already here for 4 weeks. And when I was starting, in discussing the idea of this presentation with Christopher, I was having another idea. I wanted to go live on court, and I wanted to deliver a live practical session on court. But because in the meantime, situation changes a little bit, and here I am in Dubai right now, and it's already midnight, so it's not possible to go live from the court. But that's why we have prepared a video in which I'm going to present some ideas and some kind of a approach to the split step topic that is the main topic of today's presentation. Before I start with the presentation and before we play a video, I would like definitely to use this opportunity to thank all the organizers for putting a great effort to make this conference happen. First of all, I would like to thank the tennis Flanders, and I would like especially thank Christopher and Valentin for giving me opportunity to present here. And also I would like to thank Ruben Nijens from the Dutch Federation, who definitely suggested my name for this conference. When Christopher told me that I'm going to be beside Professor Cyril, the only foreigner in this conference, I started to feel a little pressure. So, I hope that I will, deliver a good session and good presentation. So without a further introduction, I would like to start with the presentation. And as was mentioned before, I would like to just give you a little bit, I would say theoretical introduction, but because this presentation is mostly practical, we will, just allow more time for the practical part. But just to remind you that you received one handout from my theoretical presentation. So you received a couple of slides from my theoretical presentation, and I think it would be very beneficial if you can go through those slides just to get a little bit of kind of a theoretical understanding to deliver. And as I said, my purpose and my goal of today's presentation is a tennis split step. So I don't want to go too deep into the presentation. I was suggesting to the organizers, if you guys are interested to hear more about let's say this scientific and theoretical background, I'm definitely happy to deliver in a couple of weeks' time a theoretical presentation on the topic. But just to give you a little bit introduction before we start with the practical one. So I would say that from the presentation that I sent it to you, the most important slide is the one where I'm talking a little bit about the theory behind the split step. So what I see from the practice, and I'm already like more than 15 years in this coaching practice, what I noticed is that, there's a lot of misunderstandings when talking about the split step, especially when we are talking about the theory and the timing behind the split step. So I don't want to go too much into the details, but the theory behind the split step says, and the most important, what I call it, word when talking and discussing the split step is something that I would call the top of the hop. So the theory behind the split step is saying basically that the top of the hop, so the vertical jump, the split step basically needs to occur when the opponent is having a contact with the ball. So basically in the moment when our opponent is having a contact of his racket with the ball, we or our player has to be at the top of the hop. So both feet up to be able, why? To be able to read the direction of the upcoming ball, to land properly. So obviously to land on the opposite leg or opposite feet in the direction of a movement, so he's able to, to execute this lateral velocity or lateral movement. So if the split step is performed on time, it gives an extra time for the player while playing. And this is the ultimate goal in tennis, to get some extra time, to be able to move faster, to be able to move more efficient, and to arrive on the ball on time, or to adjust at the proper moment. So that would be the idea of the split step. And of course, there are a couple of ways or different approaches that we can take in the split step development. This is something that I see in everyday practice, that it's not much developed. And I see in the everyday practice that we as a coaches, we don't spend too much time on the split step development, especially when working with the kids, with the junior players. And I see, and I already did a lot of research on that, there is a big room for the improvement. So basically, in the video that we are gonna show you in a minute, I have divided the drills or the exercises in different areas. So because the split step, from the theoretical analysis, we can say that it's a typical stretch and shortening type of muscle action. So that would be a kind of a plyometric stuff from the strength and conditioning perspective. So definitely one way of working on the split step is to work on this general approach, so working on the plyometric stuff. But then obviously, because the split step is linked with the stimuli, and obviously the swing of the opponent and the contact time of the opponent is kind of a stimuli that gives us information when to perform the split step. In the split step development, we have to work on, we have to choose some drills that connects the motion, but also with a different stimuli, whether is it audio stimuli or visual stimuli. So in the second part of the video presentation, you will find some ideas that it's just came out from my mind, that I like to work with my players, and that's the basketball, because basketball is a perfect tool that creates a sound, and it could be really nicely linked with the split step development, and kids like it a lot. So in the second part of the video, after the plyometric stuff, you'll find some ideas that you can use in your everyday practice using the basketball. Then of course we can go more specific. I'll show you in the video some exercises that you can do, when working on the different shots or different movement execution on court. So working with the racket and with the tennis ball. So that's very specific part. And also what I'm doing within my lab, I'm developing one split step app, and you will see in one part of the video also, the ideas, how to use the modern technology, how to use the app in the split step development. So I think that's pretty much for the introduction. So if possible, Valentin, I would like to start with, if possible, to run the video. And as mentioned at the beginning, I'll be online during the video presentation. So feel free to ask, the questions you will think, that we need to discuss, or that I can definitely, I'm happy to answer them. And of course, we'll have a little time after the video presentation for some extra analysis or some extra questions. So that's it for now. Let's start with the video presentation.
We're going to divide this first part in 3 different areas. So I really believe, and my experience is saying, that you have to teach the plyometric stuff and also the split step initiation in all 3 planes. So the sagittal one, the frontal, and transversal. So now we're going to start first with the sagittal plane, and we are going to give you some ideas how to use the plyometrics in order to teach the beginning of the split step. Okay. So the first exercise in the sagittal plane is going to be a preparatory one. So let's do the ready position. Notice that the arms are fully extended, the legs are wide. So let's just bring fastly the body into the ready position. Let's do it. Very nice. Let's do one more. Wide stance, arms open, fully extended, and we are bringing the body down. Every exercise could be bilateral, but also we can do it unilateral, because tennis, as we all know, is unilateral sport. So every exercise we try to show you also on the unilateral way. So same concept, being wide and bringing the body in low position and keeping this low position at the end. So we can do this on both legs. So this is example on the left leg. Very good. The progression here in this sagittal plane would be the same exercise, but after a couple of seconds of freezing the position, let's do the jump, vertical jump. So the same position, wide, arms fully extended. Let's bring the arms down and then let's jump and let's land properly. Okay, let's do one more. Nice position. Bring the position of the body down, freeze, jump, and relax. So this is the typical stretch and shortening exercise, the preparatory one, because the first position with the arms up, that's the pre-activation part. Then when we bring the body down, it's the stretch and the shortening when we have the vertical hop. Should we do the same thing with only one leg? So it's unilateral way. So the same position, stay and jump, land properly. Ideally, when landing, the youth player should land on full foot and keeping the balance and keeping the body under control. Let's try to do once more. So bring the position down, stay, keep the balance, and now jump, land properly. Okay. The next progression would be using the platforms. So Bruno is gonna stand on the first platform here. Very important. We are always asking our player to stay wide, because later on it's gonna be about the split step. So even in those plyometric exercises, we have to stay wide. So let's do the same exercise we started with. So let's just land on both feet and let's freeze in the last position. Hop, stay. Very nice. One more. So arms up, a lot of control, and freeze, stay. Very good. The same exercise, but in unilateral way. So wide position. Let's land only on one leg, being fully in control of the body. Let's do one more. So don't rush with the exercises, focus, and let's do the landing again. Okay, so we can do the same exercise both on the right and on the left. The next progression, let's use two platforms. So let's do the same motion. So the same ready position, arms up, fully extended, feet wide. So let's land in the middle. Let's freeze for a second. And after a few seconds, let's land on the platform, holding the body in this freezing position. So land, stay, and now go up and stay. Very good. Let's do one more. This is a great beginning of teaching the split step. And we are using this plyometric stuff just to initiate the vertical scope. Now, the progression on the single leg would be a little difficult, but let's try. So the same thing at the beginning. He lands, okay, he's gonna repeat once again, not easy. So he's gonna hold the position and then jump on only one leg. Very good. Let's use the same thing here. There's another example of the plyometric exercise that we can use for the split step development. Since the plyometrics asks us or our players to have a really short contact time, so let's now move on. Let's do another progression. So when you land, you don't freeze in this middle position. You just try to stay on the floor as little as possible, okay? Let's try and hop, hop, land. Very good. Let's do once more. So now we don't do the full swing with the arms. We are just having like a short contact time and then we are landing on the platform. And the last progression in this set would be unilateral. So let's try to just to have a short contact, and then let's land on the second platform. And hop, stay. Okay, one more. So do the push, do the impact harder, hop, and stay there, freeze. Very good. So let's move on. We are still in the sagittal plane. Let's do some more dynamic stuff using the same concept as before. So let's get ready. So remember the first exercise, the wide stance, arms up. So let's bring the body in low position, and let's put it in more dynamic way. So let's jump over the hurdles. So bring it down, stay, jump, stay, and jump, stay, and jump, stay, and one more, stay. Very nice. The next progression in this sagittal plane, and this is going to be our last example in this plane. Let's do the same exercise, but let's just not wait in the middle. Let's just keep going, okay? But the beginning is the same. So freeze there, and then up, 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 up. Good. Let's do one more. So it was good, but remember, always ask your player not to stay too long on the floor. So try to have the contact time as little as possible. Let's just try to explode, and let's do the 4 hurdles in a row. So bring the position down and go up, 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 up. Good. So if the player is wide, and if he's using this contact time in a proper way, that will be a nice progression in the sagittal plane. Okay, so let's progress to the next level. So we're gonna show you some exercises from the plyometric area, but we're gonna use the frontal plane. So remember the first position. So fully extended with the feet wide. So let's do this exercise. Let's bring the arms down fastly. Let's keep the balance. Let's freeze for a couple of seconds, and let's do the side jump in the frontal plane. So go down, stay, and go other way, okay? Relax. Let's do one more. So again, try to observe his feet, arms extended, bring it down, freeze, jump, and stay. Remember at the beginning, I told you that every exercise we can do with both feet, with both legs, but we can do in with one feet or one leg. So let's do it unilaterally, the same exercise. So he's gonna bring the position down, so the upper body down. So he's gonna kind of a squat, and then being on the right foot, after a couple of seconds freezing, he's gonna jump on side. So let's do this one. So bring it on one, keep the balance, jump, stay, freeze, and bring it up. Very good. The progression in this frontal plane using the same exercises would be jumping over the hurdle. He's gonna stay in the same position, side, next to the hurdle. So let's use the same ready position. Let's bring the body down and then jump both feet staying wide. Go once again. Again, when you jump on side, try to land in the same position of your feet as you have it now. Down and land properly. Very good. The same exercise unilaterally. So go up, you freeze on the right foot, go again, that's fine. Focus, stay, do it once again, that's fine. This is a normal process. Stay, stay, now jump and try to land properly. Okay. Do once again, up, stay, jump, stay, better, and relax. Very good. Over the hurdle, but let's do the sequence like this. In the frontal plane, the same ready position, the same stance. After the freezing position, You jump side to over the hurdle, but then straight away you bring the position of your feet back to the ready position. So let's do it this way now. Bring it down, you jump, but straight away you bring it back. Not bad, but again, stay wide on this side, and when you are back, again, I want to see this wide position. Stay, jump, jump, stay. Good. Okay, should we try on a single leg? Let's try. So, bring the position down, and bam, bam, stay, and relax. So this part is very important because it teaches us how to use a short contact time. So once you land with the right foot, try to go back straight away. Let's do it. So go down, stay, stay, and boom, boom, stay. Okay, good. Next progression, both feet, you go side, you come back, but you finish on this side. So it's gonna be 2 impacts here in this exercise. So don't rush, do the ready position, freeze, and 1, 2, 3, stay. Okay, let's do once again. You bring it down, pop, 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 stay. Good. Okay, and the last progression over the hurdle would be single leg. You ready? So it's bam, stay, and bam, bam, and stay here. Stay, stay, stay. Not bad. Okay, so this is the last progression in the frontal plane, and this is the exercise I like the most. This is the ultimate goal in the frontal plane. If the player is able to go from one side dynamic and to finish over the course of like 5, 6 hurdles, that would be a great plyometric fundamentals. So let's try to demonstrate it. So again, we always start from this ready position. So try to stay wide, but only at the beginning. Once you started to move, to jump, try to stay as little as possible on the floor. So the contact time should be very short. Use the swing, but the short swing, so you can spend less time on the floor. Okay, let's see how it looks like. Down, stay, and now bam, 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 bam. Very nice. That's great. So this is the goal, to spend less time on the floor, to use the short swing, and to go from one side in the dynamic way. Of course, we can do it only with the single leg. So let's try with the right one. So we go only right one. So bring the body in the ready position, being on the right foot, and then let's just jump from one side to another in dynamic way, only with the right foot. Stay and try. Bam, 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 stay. Very good. Okay. Let's give him a couple of seconds break. Let's do the next progression. So it was only on one leg, on your right. Let's do from right to left, from left to right. Okay, so let's switch the weight of the body from one foot to another. So you're gonna bring the body in on the right foot, hop, stay there, and now from right to left and back. Bam, 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 stay. Okay, not bad. So again, the ultimate goal here, both with bilateral or unilateral, to have very little contact time with the floor. Okay, let's move on. With me here today is Eva Primorac, one of the best Croatian tennis players, and she's going to help me to demonstrate some drills. So now we are approaching the third part of the basic plyometric stuff, and we are going to show you some exercises in the transversal plane. So let's show you some basic exercises. Eva, you can have the ready position, so your arms are completely extended. You're gonna come down to your low position. You're gonna freeze for a second, and then after the jump, you're gonna rotate for 90 degrees. Okay, let's see this one. And jump and land. This is great. Okay, let's do the same, but the opposite side. So again, 90 degrees, but on your left. Great. This was a great demonstration. This was in with both feet going up. So this was the bilateral, but now let's do the unilateral, the same thing. So you're gonna start from the same ready position. You're gonna go down, you freeze, and then after the jump, you rotate for 90 and you freeze in this position. Let's do the same exercise, but let's go on the opposite side. Stay, up, and land. Okay, let's hold the balance. Let's do one more. So try to go up, and in the air, you rotate for 90 degrees. Up, stay, up, and land. That's much better. Okay, of course, this was 90 degrees, but we can do 180. So let's do the demonstration only with both feet up, but let's try to freeze. After the freeze, you jump in the air, you rotate for 180, and you freeze in the opposite, on the opposite side. So let's see here, stay, and jump, stay. Very good. Okay, let's do one more, but in the opposite direction, down, up, and land. Very nice. Now we're gonna use some hurdles, and let's do another progression in this plane. So we're gonna have 4 hurdles, and now Eva is going to go with both feet. Yep, a little bit closer, okay. So let's try this one. This one is a very complex one. So this would be kind of a last progression in this transversal plane. So Eva, you start the same way. So you freeze in this position. You land from outside, you land inside. Once again outside, you come back inside, but then once you go forward, you rotate here for 180 and you finish inside. Okay. So it's going to be very complex, but let's see. Okay, no rush. And up, 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 rotate. Very nice. Excellent. Okay, let's do one more. This was great. So let's do one more demonstration. The same thing. Try to stay stable, wide, in perfect control. So let's do the same thing. Let's see. Hop. Very good. Hop, hop. Rotate inside and land. This is perfect. Very nice. And of course, the final goal here would be to do the same thing, but only on one leg. So let's see. You choose the leg, and let's try to do the same. So inside, outside, inside, 180-degree turn, and then you land in the middle. So no rush. And now, pop, pop, pop. Rotate and inside, finish. Great. Okay, so in all those exercises, the idea is to stay very short on the ground, so the contact point is very short, and you jump over the hurdles in transversal plane. Very good demonstration. Thank you, Eva. Let's move on. So the next block of exercises would be a little bit more specific. Now we are introducing the basketball. Why? Because it creates a sound. So we would like to ask our player to react according to the sound. The previous exercises were more basic plyometric exercises for the split step development. Now we go more deep, more specific, as the tennis is more rhythmical sport, so we're introducing the rhythm here. So the first exercise here, Eva is gonna demonstrate. So she's gonna stay in a wide position, so in a ready position. She's gonna throw the ball down, so she's hitting the floor, but once she hears the sound, she needs to react up, she needs to go vertical up, and she needs to catch the ball while at the top of the hop, okay? So let's see the exercise here. Hop, very good. Up, the good. One more, hop. Okay, so again, notice that she's always at the top of the hop when she hears the sound, and she's catching the ball in the air, okay? So let's do one more demonstration. She's hearing the sound, she's going up, and she's catching the ball while at the top of the hop. One more, hop. Very nice. This was a nice beginning. Let's do the progression here. So Eva, you do the same thing, but let's do a couple of repetitions in one to next to each other. Okay, so let's go up, 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 up. Very good. That's good. Very nice. Okay, so this was just executing a couple of same exercises but in a row. Okay, let's do another progression. So let's use the platform. So Eva, now the same thing like you did at the beginning, but now you just do the drop jump, you hit the floor. When you hear the sound, you go up and you catch the ball while at the top of the hop. Let's see. Hop and land. That's good. So always landing in a good wide position. Hop. That's good. Very nice rhythm. So we are now connecting the movement with the rhythm. Okay. Up. Nice. Okay. We don't want our player to land and just to stay there, freeze for forever, because you know they need to move on the court. So now after the catch, you just do one extra jump with the foot. Let's do hop. Yes, that's good. One more. So this second one has to be super fast, very short. Let's do it. Bam. Excellent. Okay, and the last one. Hop, hop. Very good. Okay, so as I explained before, we can do all exercises with, you know, doing the exercise on both feet, but we can do unilaterally, doing on only one foot, but we are not going to demonstrate all the exercises. It's just the suggestion for you to try with your players. Okay, so let's move on. Let's do another progression. Let's do this one. So you stay in a ready position, you bounce the basketball, and let's jump at every sixth bounce. Okay. So when you hear the sixth sound, then you go up and just continue doing the exercise. Let's try to do it. So at 6, you go up. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Let's do a little bit faster now. So let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. 2 bounces. Okay, so it's going to be even faster. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. Let's do it. Up. 1, 2, up. Pam, 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 pam. Very good. That's good. Of course, she's doing with her better arm, so it's right hand, but we can do it also with the left hand. Okay, so now let's do the same exercise, but let's play with the numbers. So I'll give you the number, so you try to do the same thing, but according to my input or according to my number. Okay, so you start first, you start to bounce, and I'll give you the numbers. When I say the number, that number you have to go up. Let's do it. Okay. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 2, up, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 2. Very good. Excellent. So this is a perfect exercise for improving the rhythm. So it's a lot of coordination here, but again, we are always in a split step position. We are always wide. We are always in a ready wide position, being low with the body. So that's the movement. That's the position we want to see on court. Another progression here is doing the same. So bouncing the basketball with one arm. So let's do with the right 6 times. But then after 6, you go up the same you did before, but then instead of just landing, you do the cross step and you do like the movement laterally, so you increase the lateral velocity. Let's say this one. So 6, and then you increase. The idea is here is to get back very fast, so you can grab the ball and you can continue the exercise. Let's do it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam! That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and push. That's good. So we are teaching the player here how to push off with the opposite leg. Okay, now the next progression here. So this is going to be very complicated because now I'm going to introduce another ball. Now it's going to be the tennis ball. So I'll stay like couple of meters away from you, so you can start from your side there. So let's imagine she's moving to her backhand side. You are doing the same, but in one point, I'm gonna drop the ball, and you have to catch the ball, the tennis ball, okay, and straight away you go back to catch the basketball. Let's try, okay? Six? Let's do the 6 first. You can maybe stay a little bit there, like half meter on the right. I'm gonna be here, so let's try to grab the tennis ball, okay? Up and catch. That's great, Eva. Come on, go again. Up and catch. That's great. Okay, go, 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 and up and accelerate. Great stuff. Okay, let's try to do it on the forehand side. Very good. So breathe. Let's do the same thing. Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult for her because she's doing with the left hand, but I would assume she's able to do it. So let's try. Let's try to do the same thing here. So when you are ready, you go up and catch the ball. That's good. Go back and do the same thing. And catch. That's great. Let's do 4. So let's increase the intensity here. 2, 1, 2, and catch. Very nice. What a slide. Very good. Okay, so next progression here could be hitting the tennis ball with a racket, but it's very, very complicated because you have to switch the hands, you have to switch the positions. But anyway, the last kind of progression would be having the tennis ball and doing the hit instead of just catching. Okay, another progression here. Let's do the next one. Eva, you stay there. Let's still use the basketball. So you are in a wide position. You are active. I'm gonna throw the ball. So now I'm joining the exercises. I'm gonna throw the ball, and you're gonna catch the same like you did before. So you have to hear. You have to go up when hearing and catching at the top of the hop. Yeah. When you finish, you just throw me back. Okay. So you are ready. Get ready. I'm gonna go here, and you go up to catch the ball. Good. Let's do 2 more. Hop. That's nice. Come on. Hop. Very nice. Very important in this exercise is to give her little time to execute a proper split step. So if I just throw from here very fast, she's not able to have a perfect rhythm to initiate this vertical hop. So that's why I always go with a little swing. With a little swing, so I can give her a little extra time. Let's do 2, 3 more, okay? So swing and up. So I go swing and up, and last swing and up. Now this is visual because she sees the ball, she hears the ball, so it's also audio. But let's move the visual part, and let's just stay with the visual. So you're gonna do the same motion. You are here, but you jump when I hit the ball, or when I throw the ball on the floor. So I'm gonna go here, hop, tap, tap, tap. When you hear this, you go up, but you don't see, you just listen, okay? So you are this way. So let's start now. You know, every third, I'm gonna hit a little bit harder. When you hear it, you go up, okay? You ready? Every third. Bam, bam, bam. Very nice. Now you don't know when I'm gonna hit a little bit harder. So you just hear, when you hear straight away, you go up. But all the time, you are very active. So you are active, 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 bam. Active, 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 bam. Okay? You ready? That's good. Very nice. So we can again play with the numbers, and we can do different kind of activation and very different kind of numbers, so she can now hear and she can execute. Very good. Okay, I think this is enough. I hope you got some ideas on how to use the basketball in order to put some rhythm, to put some sound, in order to improve the vertical hop or the split step. Okay, now we are coming to more specific stuff. Now we are going to introduce the split step app. So Eva is going to use the app, and she's going to respond according to the app. The app is very simple. It just gives the red dot going down. When she sees the last dot, she's going up. So this is just the beginning. So now she's not accelerating and she's not increasing the speed on side. She's just initiating the vertical hop. Okay, so Eva, you face the app. You get ready. When you see the last red, you go up. So you just try to initiate the motion up. Let's do it a couple of seconds. Yeah, and be ready and up. That's good. Let's do one more. And up. Good. Now in between, instead of waiting here, you are getting ready to go up. Yes. So you are ready, 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 up. Yes, ready, 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 ready. And it's going up. Yes, one more. And up. That's good. Very nice. Okay, now let's put the next progression. So you're gonna, now you know where you're gonna go now, because I put the right motion. So after the split step, after the last red dot, you're gonna push off with your left and you start the motion. You start this lateral movement, like preparing to hit your forehand shot. Okay, let's try to see this one. So focus on the strong push with the left, and the first step is gonna be with your right. And then, that's good, okay? Let's come back, let's do the same. So she's getting ready, she's going up, she's pushing strong with her left, and she's accelerating. Let's do bam, very good, okay. Let's do the next progression. You're gonna go on your backhand side. So let's work on your right foot. So everything the same. When you see the last dot, you go up, but then you push off with your right foot. Get ready. And push. That's good. One more. And push. That's good. Very good. Now you're gonna go back. So you have to rotate and you have to push after landing with your left. Let's put just one straight line. So every time you move back, you open fast and you touch the place after the line. Okay? Let's try to do it. But focus is on the split step. That's good. And up, push. That's good. Perfect. And what will be next progression? Random. So that you don't know where to go. It's gonna be, let's do just 3 movements, everything the same. You're just observing the arrow and you move randomly, okay? Let's try to observe the split step. Let's see the push with the opposite foot, okay? Forehand side, come back, go next one, hop, back, okay? And let's do one more. And up. That's good. Very nice. Let's get back and let's move again. Now you know where to go. It's going to be your forehand side, but now I'm going to introduce tennis balls. So instead of just accelerating laterally, now you do everything the same, but instead of just running, now you have to catch the ball, okay? So let's do this way. So let's move the iPad a little bit to your backhand side. I'm gonna stay like couple meters away. Now after the push, you strongly accelerate and you try to catch the ball, okay? You go up and push, hop. Okay, very nice. Go back. I'm gonna challenge you a little bit more now, hop. Easy for you, okay? Let's do one more. And catch. Good. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's stay on your forehand side. Grab your racket. So everything the same. So you focus first of all on the right timing, on the rightly executed split step, on pushing off with your left. But now instead of catching, you're gonna hit the ball. Okay? So you're gonna hit the forehand down the line or cross court, whatever. You just focus first there. Okay? Let's do it. Very good. Okay? One more. Hop. and hit. Very good. Excellent. That's good. That's good. I don't have the balls anymore. So this was an example on how we can use the app. In this case, we are using the Split Step app, and we can play with the exercises from the basic ones, from the exercises where she knows where she's going, up to the exercises where is everything randomly organized, and then we are finishing up with some specific exercises, catching the tennis balls or hitting some forehands or backhands. Our last group of exercises are going to be very tennis specific. So now we are introducing the tennis ball. She's going to imitate some tennis motions. So at the beginning, she's staying in the net. And now I'm going to feed some balls, and she's going to try to catch every ball while at the top of the hop. So I'm going to give a little bit the rhythm. So I'm going to have a full swing. I'm not going to hit hard, of course, but I'll give a little bit of the swing. So when I feed, she can see it and she can catch the ball at the top of the hop. We ready? So let's try. Let's go slow, and yeah, that's good. Let's do one more. So and catch. Good. So the idea here is to get to her so she can catch it. Hop. That's great. She's wide. She's catching in the air, and she's landing in the same wide and low position. Okay, last one. That's great. Okay. The next progression here. So let's imitate the forehand volley. So the same focus from your side is just to go when I'm having the contact. I'm gonna feed a little bit on your right side so you can execute the proper movement for the forehand volley. Okay, so again, I'll give you a little bit time with the swing, but then I feed like 2 meters on your right side. Okay, let's do it. Hop. That's nice. Let's do one more. So hop and catch. That's good. Let's do a couple more on your forehand side. Hop. Okay, a little bit faster from my side, but that's good. You're doing a good job. Nice. Last one. Great. Should we try on the backhand side? You can choose whether you catch with the left or you catch with your right, but just focus on the proper motion when going up. Okay, let's do it. Very good. Let's do it again. And catch. That's great. Okay, so up and catch. Great stuff. Okay, grab the racket. The next progression, of course, would be hitting some volleys. But again, the idea of the exercise is not to work on her volleys, is to work on the proper reaction time. Okay? So the idea is, again, to be at the top of the hop when I'm having the contact. Iva, let's do 3 forehand volleys, 3 backhand volleys. Okay, let's do it. Yes. Nice. One more. Very good. Okay, let's do the same thing. Okay, focus on my contact. Nice. Get back, get ready. Yes, and the last one. Very good. So again, very important here is to give her time with the swing. Some coaches tend just to feed very fast, which is great for some different abilities development, like reaction time or speed or whatever. But if we want to work on the split step, it's very important to give them time so they can execute the vertical hop. Okay, now we can play with the different shots. Let's stay on the baseline now. And let's try, first of all, let's try just to catch a couple of balls without the tennis racket. So just leave it on side. So she's now at the baseline. I'm gonna feed some balls on her forehand side. Your focus is the same, okay? So you're looking, my swing, you are at the top of the hop when I'm having the contact of my racket with the ball, and you try to catch the ball, okay? Ready? And catch, okay? Let's do it, and catch. That's good. And one more, hop, and catch. Very good. Grab a racket, and let's do 3 shots the same thing, ready position, and let's now work on your on time vertical hop, but also focus your with your left foot. Okay, let's do it. And hit. Good. I go a little bit on side, hop. Good. And one more. That's good. Great push. Okay. You can come a little bit closer. Now we can do the same thing, but she's kind of imitating her return. So let's stay on this side, on this forehand side. I'm gonna stay here at the same position. Let's do the first without the racket. So just leave the racket on side. So you are getting ready for my serve. The idea is the same. When I'm having the contact, you are in the air at the top of the hop. I go on your forehand side. So you try to push off with the left and you just try to catch. Ready? Let's do it. And catch. Good. Okay, my fault. Let's do it. You ready? That's bad for my side. Come on. And catch. Great. Grab a racket, please. Let's do the same thing, but you try to return. Focus on the push. So I'm not serving super fast, just to give her a little time. Sorry. Let's do it again. And hit. That's good. And hit. Very good. Okay. And let's finish up on your backhand side. So let's do just 3 balls, no racket. So again, bam, bam, catch. Let's do it. Let's do the forehand side, okay? So again, pushing off with the left. Ready? Go. And catch. That's great. And catch. Good. And one more. Okay. And let's hit the last 3 ones. So again, focus on the right executed vertical hop. Let's do the forehand side. My fault, sorry. That's great. Last one. Great. Okay. So this was some group of exercises for the split step improvement while doing some tennis specific drills. So Eva was demonstrating some motions on the net, so doing some volleys and catching some balls while being on the net, some balls being on the baseline, and at the end we showed you some exercises when doing the return. The idea everywhere is the same, being at the top of the hop when the opponent, myself in this case, is having a contact of my racket with the ball. Thank you, Eva, for your great demonstrations. I hope you enjoyed, and we see you soon.
Okay, so we still have some time. Good. First of all, I would like to thank you for the questions. I received so many questions during the video presentation, all great questions. So I really enjoyed the discussion. So a couple of things that I would like to maybe to discuss a little bit, to clarify. And there was one last question that I was not able to answer on time, so I'll discuss it now. So first of all, I hope you got some ideas on how to work on the split step. Obviously, this is just one part, and I hope from those like 50 drills or more, you got some ideas, and the options are endless. It's just it could, you can create your own drills. The important thing here is that we should always look to work on first of all on the split step initiation. So we would definitely like to start with some kind of a strength, stretch, and shortening type of muscle action. So those are basically the plyometric stuff, but also would be good to use some forms of like tools like the basketball, because the basketball is really in a way heavy, and it creates a really good sound, so you can nicely connect the split step vertical jump with different basketball sound. I also like to use the jumping rope. The jumping rope is also a really nice tool because it gives you the rhythm, it gives you the sound, and it really, you know, could help players to initiate the split step first of all, but also to connect the split step with the timing of the rope, basically. There was one question, and it is very important to emphasize. Maybe you remember the beginning of the plyometric stuff when the player here in the video was performing a lot of movements while bringing the body into the low position. So basically he was not jumping, he was bringing the body down, which looks in a way weird because in tennis we don't want to be locked in this ready position. But basically, what's the idea of the plyometrics, and at the end, the idea of the split step is to teach our players how to land properly. So basically, all those movements when we are bringing the body down, it teaches us, you know, how to land properly, and landing part in the plyometric is very important part, and the landing part will teach your player how to execute a good landing. So this is very important because in my opinion, it's not about the jump most of the time. It's about how to land properly and how to execute this lateral movement and lateral velocity after the landing. So remember, always when you teach the jump, you first start with the landing, and then with the initiation, basically you then start with the jumping. That's number one. That's, I would say, the first rule. But before that, one question was, when do we know that, you know, our players are ready to start with the plyometrics and with the vertical jumps? And I would always go with a very simple answer. If your player, no matter if he or she is like 6 or 7 years old, or if the player is like 14, 15, the most important thing is that the player knows how to squat properly. Because you cannot start to teach the jumping stuff, especially the plyometric stuff, if the squat is not proper. So it looks like very simple, but believe me, there are a lot of players, even at the junior level, that they don't know how to squat. And this is, you know, the first step, after which you go with the plyometrics and with the split step stuff and all those steps. So let me now answer the question that I was not able to answer during the chat. So the question is from Joao, if I'm doing the right pronunciation. So the question about the timing of the split step. So should the split step always depend on the so the timing of the split step should not variate depending on the different types of the shots and game situations. So even 200 kilometers per hour serve deserves the same timing as the normal rally forehand. Well, I mean, obviously not. I believe that if you're expecting a big serve, it's definitely that you have to raise your awareness and your split step. When you do the analysis, you will see that the most of the players, when they are doing the split step on the return, they're pretty much on time. So I'm not worried about the split step on the return, because, you know, the situation in the return is that you have a really a huge awareness, because you're expecting a huge serve. So that's why you are pretty much on time when executing the split step. Obviously, when you had a normal rally, and especially if there's like a slow rally, sometimes, you know, you don't need to do the split step if the player is able to adjust on the ball without, you know, because the split step is just to accelerate or to increase the lateral or forward velocity. So I don't think that, you know, every game situation requires the same timing. But still, when teaching the split step, especially when we teach the timing, mostly with the kids, I would always go with the same idea, and that's being on the top of the hop when the opponent is having the contact with the ball. But again, the timing is very important factor here, but again, I would not be worried too much about the timing. I would rather be focused, especially when working with the kids, on the good stance. So that means a good stance for me is always being wide and low. So sometimes it's very difficult to achieve, but being wide and low would allow your player to, to execute the vertical jump with a good base, but also if he's wide with the feet, the player would be able to execute the acceleration or the lateral or forward run much faster. So for me, first is the stance being wide and low, and then we can pay a little bit more attention to the timing. And there's another question. In the beginning of the exercises, you ask in the ready position to extend the arms. Why? So it's just again the beginning of teaching the jump, and what I was saying before is that we always start with the landing position, and basically after the landing. So imagine when you go in the air, your arms are up, and from that moment, the second part of the jump is happening, and that's the landing part. And obviously in that moment you're bringing your arms from the upper position down. So again, that few exercises at the beginning were the second part of the jump, and that's the landing part. And as I said, the landing part is the first step in teaching the plyometric stuff. Is it possible to say in what match situations the split step is not needed or can be a handicap? Sure. I would say that first of all, when you analyze the split step in the different forms in the different situations during the match, you will find, in my kind of answer and my understanding of the split step is that it relates to two different factors. The one factor is the time factors. So, the perception, the reaction abilities, the anticipation, timing. So all those time concerns, and the spatial factors are very important. It's not the same in which position of the court you are at the moment. So it really relies, the split step relies on the footwork, on the positioning. So I would say, if you don't need to accelerate, especially on side, laterally, and if you expect the ball, let's say in the middle of the court, obviously you don't need to jump, just to jump. You just need to adjust on time, and you have to prepare. Again, the split step, it's not a goal just, to do the split step. I always say the king is the shot. So we do whatever we can to prepare well for the shot, and obviously the split step is this initial movement that could help the acceleration in order to prepare well for the shot. So if you feel that you can execute a really good shot without doing the split step, the ball is like close to you, then I would go without the split step for sure. And the last question, split step quality performed during running or while recovering also important, right? And not always from the static position. Sure. I mean, again, we would definitely in the progression in the I would say in the methodics of teaching the split step start from the static position. But of course, if we see that our player is improving and performing the split step from a good position, being wide and low and able to execute a really good split step, then of course we can do different forms from more dynamic positions, and recovering is one of those for sure.